Hi guys, welcome to our second video of the day. There's a lot of sort of news that are going around all about Nintendo. Basically, people are saying, you know, what are Nintendo going to do, because the Wii U, they projected selling 9 million consoles this year. I think they only sold 2.8. If my numbers are slightly wrong, guys, you know, but I think the point of it is they've sold a third of the consoles that they were projecting to sell. Now, everyone, I think, across the internet is saying, what's Nintendo, you know, what have they done wrong, what are they going to do? Now, I'm going to have sort of, me and Dan are going to sort of discuss this and give our perspective on the issue and really sort of let people know that what we think about it. So I'll sort of start off with saying, I remember about 10, 15 years ago, 12 years ago maybe, I bought the Nintendo GameCube. And I will argue that Nintendo have been in a much worse position before, when the only console they had that was really sort of making money was the Game Boy Advance. And the Nintendo GameCube, I think, only sold about sort of 20 million, 24 million consoles in its lifetime. But then Nintendo managed to turn it all round with the Wii U, which became one of the best-selling games consoles. Oh, sorry, the Wii of all time. And also the DS as well. They created that, which has certainly become the best-selling handheld of all time.
You know, it's no joke that the DS is known for basically printing money for Nintendo. Nintendo's entire handheld division has always been, you know, a massive leader for them, and no one can do handhelds like Nintendo. You know, it doesn't matter how kiddie they look or how cheap they seem. Nintendo always leaps and bounds ahead. The PSP came out, everyone thought that's it. The DS, the original DS, it was bulky and a bit crap looking. Well, it's all over now. There's no way they can keep up with the PSP. It's amazing. Just spanked all over them. Absolutely, completely took over. Myself personally, Nintendo, they tend to do this. They tend to have these real peaks and troughs. They had a bad time with stuff like the Virtual Boy, with the GameCube. Even the N64 did well. Even the N64 didn't do as well as you may remember it doing. But they always come back, and more often than not, it's a portable division. And you've got to remember that these things are A, multi-region up until the 3DS, of course. B, multicolored. Yeah, that's bad. We'll get to that later on. B, multicolored, so they've got great collector value. And C, just cheap. Now, for what they are, the games are there's a myriad of games, there's a bajillion games. So Nintendo really can afford to just kind of take this hit. I mean, yeah, they don't want to like it, but after selling bucket loads of Wii's and bucket loads of DS's, as much as it's unfortunate the Wii U has been, I guess it's not the word for it really.
Underperforming. Underperforming,
yes. Yeah. You know, it's been a bad time for Nintendo with the Wii U. They have easily still got they've got the leftover cash from the Wii, and they've got the constantly selling 3DS, and still selling the DS Lite as well. I think
I've been reading some articles that saying that Nintendo have about $8 billion. I think it's about $8 billion just sitting in the bank. They don't have any loans. So they've got the time to get it right for gamers, basically. So
you've got to remember that Nintendo is the only company that doesn't sell at a loss. Microsoft and Sony, they sell their consoles at a loss to make money on the software. Nintendo don't do that, so they're never losing money. So yeah, they're never losing money.
Yeah, so I think sort of another point about I put these games out here on purpose, and to sort of say with the Wii U, people are writing it off. No, it hasn't got any good games. That's what I hear all the time. Oh no, I'm waiting for some good games to come out for it. And well, I'm looking at 4 absolutely amazing games, and we've probably got a few more on the shelf as well. And also, I can name.
We haven't got Super Mario Galaxy. We haven't got Super Mario 3D World here.
Yeah.
But that is fantastic. I played it over the Christmas period. It is easily the most fun I've had with games. I mean, the thing about Nintendo games is when you go back to them, it doesn't matter how jaded you feel, how much you're like, oh god, you know, maybe I'm too old for gaming, maybe I'm not really enjoying it anymore. Play a Nintendo game, a good Nintendo game, and suddenly you're back. You're back to loving video games. You're back to having a great time. You know, people always go like, oh, Nintendo just pop out Zelda and Mario Kart and Metroid. Well, yeah, but they're always amazing games. They're always, easily. There's no platformer can touch Mario. No action RPG can touch Zelda.
I think from another point of view is with Nintendo games, what we find sort of running a game shop is that for the Xbox 360, for the PS4, you'll get a great game that will come in, and you know, within 3-4 months, it will have halved in value.
Yeah.
And, you know, people are trading in because they've had their 8 hours of fun. They're moving on to the next thing. They want the next sort of kick. Well, with Nintendo games, they're almost, you can keep on selling them for sort of almost sort of full whack.
They're instant classics.
They're classics, and they're games that a lot of thought goes into them. They're almost not built to, you know, to have a good first week sale with a lot of buzz, and then it dies off and you want the next thing. They're almost built to, here's a new Zelda game, in about 3 years you'll get another great masterpiece. 3 years after that you'll get another great masterpiece. I don't want to say Call of Duty or FIFA, but again, they're just, every year it's the same thing. And I like playing FIFA and I like playing Call of Duty, but I wouldn't have the same memories about playing a Nintendo game.
I can't remember anything like, you know, really specific about a Call of Duty game apart from the stuff that they forcing you like no rush and stuff like that. In terms of what Nintendo can do to, you know, to claw it back, because, you know, again, they are seen as failing at the moment. There have been rumours which have now been officiated that they are going to go into the mobile market. They haven't said exactly what they're going to do in the mobile market. No one knows. You know, they're going to make mobile games. They're going to license their characters out. No one's quite sure yet. But the mobile market is still very lucrative, especially in Japan. Square Enix, who had a lot of financial woes recently, have stormed the mobile market. They've got about, I don't know, like 30 games on the mobile market in Japan and like 5 over here. Not including the Final Fantasies and things, which are all woefully overpriced. But yeah, there you go. But they're doing great guns in the mobile market. Nintendo could easily move into that. I'm not going to say Nintendo should make like Nintendo phone.
I think what they're going to do personally is they'll make apps to complement your gaming. So if you've got a smartphone app for say something like Pokemon, you can train trade Pokemon with friends from your Pokemon app. And things like that, stuff to complement
the Pokemon, the new Pokemon system they've got now.
The Pokemon Bank or something that's going to come out soon. And so there's lots of things like that which I think will almost complement. I can't imagine them putting new Super Mario Brothers on the iOS or Android systems. And I'll be honest with you, I don't want to see that because it will just be bad controls.
And one thing with Mario is the controls are always tight as a button.
You need a good pad. That's what you need. Sort of end of. But I think personally, I'm not worried because Nintendo, as I said before, got $8 billion, £4 billion in the bank. They can make a few mistakes and they can make them right. So, you know, don't be surprised when, you know, in 3 years' time, we're talking about the great comeback of Nintendo, because that's personally what I think we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, let's not forget, Nintendo always innovate, and other companies, no matter how well they're doing on something, are always slow to catch up. You've got the Wii, introduced motion control, immediately Microsoft and Sony are scrambling to try and figure that out. The 3DS, like, I don't think I'd ever seen, like, non-glasses 3D before I saw 3DS. That's serious tech in my mind at the time. I'm sure it existed, but I'd never seen it. It's a big deal. So they always come out, they always innovate. It doesn't always work. The Wii U, obviously, an innovation. Maybe not the best innovation for third parties especially. And people didn't quite get it. One thing they didn't market it properly. A lot of people used to come in, they'd say, can I buy a Wii U? And they'd be like, yeah, sure, here you go. And they go, I just want the tablet, I've alwaady got a Wii. And they'd assume it was, you know...
Yeah, it was linked together.
An add-on, yeah. Which, you know, obviously it's not. It's a whole new machine.
So, the future's looking pretty positive for Nintendo.
Yeah, I think so. This is it's a bump, but I think that really, you know, they'll bring it back. They do every time. Nintendo always has an ace up its sleeve, and I feel that because they're not doing E3s, they're not doing like I said, in Nintendo Direct, they've got stuff they're hiding away. I think Nintendo's gonna be okay. I think it's the Wii U, just like with the DS. When the DS came out, there was nothing. It was dead in the water until the Nintendo's came out and Brain Training.
Brain Training, yeah.
Right. So I think just like with the DS, there's going to be that killer app game that suddenly's going to bring it all back. I mean, not to mention, of course, you've got the Virtual Console, which is still great.
Yeah, exactly. So we want to know what your opinion of Nintendo is.
Yeah, let us know what you think of them at the moment and how you think they could improve, or maybe what they should do if they don't. Maybe they should go the way of Sega. Maybe they should start making, you know, sex toys. Who knows? Thanks, guys. Let us know in the comments.
Cheers.